What is up, everybody? My name is Nico with Enter the Chat Gaming. Welcome to the chat. Now I'm here to talk about the best battle royale on the freaking market, folks. I'm here to talk about Apex Legends. Now, Toby and Rico might disagree with me. They might not agree that this is the best battle royale on the market, but they're not in this video. It's just me, so they can just sit back and watch, okay? It's just me. But recently, a lot of big streamers, you know, NickMercs, Cloaksy, TimTheTatMan, everybody's moving over from Warzone to Apex Legends. And the question you might be asking is why? Well, Warzone is a really fun game. I'm not going to discredit Warzone and say it's not fun because that'd just be a lie, okay? It's not my favorite battle royale. It never has been. But it is a fun game in its own right. The problem it faces is its lack of any form of anti-cheat system in the game. Constantly, there are bugs and things of that nature that, or hackers in general, that cause problems in the game. Like there's invisibility things, there's going under the map, there's, you know, just straight aimbots. Things like that frustrate players, and it eventually just broke down these bigger streamers where they would get, you know, hackers in their lobby, they would get murked, and they would just move over to Apex. And that is where we're at now, where everybody's back over playing Apex, especially with the new season coming out. And this is something I've been trying to get my personal friend group to do forever. I love Apex. I think it's the best battle royale on the market, and I've been trying since, you know, season 8 to get my friends to move over from Warzone to Apex, and it's finally happened. And I just wanted to make a video talking about why I think this is the best battle royale on the market. So what separates Apex from a lot of the other battle royales is that there are characters that you actually have to pick and select when you go into game, and these characters have different abilities that really make them different in their play styles. Like one character like I main Octane is vastly different than a Bloodhound. You know, just the way that each character plays is different, but the gun plays are all the same. So it adds this little additional element that you're missing out on in other games like Warzone and Fortnite, where Fortnite does its own thing with the building, but you get my point. Another interesting thing is that they only have trios and duos for the battle royale game mode, and you can't run solos or do anything like that, which I think is rather interesting. I think it's because of the character system that they have in place, where these characters are just really powerful when they synergize, where certain characters, if you were to play solos, would just become null and void in that particular setup of the game. So they've just removed that aspect entirely. This is a team game, and I think that's what makes it so fun in comparison to something like Warzone, where you could go in Warzone or Fortnite and you could murk a whole squad, but there's this one sweaty kid that just does nothing with his life but play that particular battle royale, and they can slay your entire team. Where this game, if you go in and you manage to knock 2 on your own, and then all 3 of your team rush in at the same time, there's a very slim chance that that person is actually going to be able to clutch that up. It really is about team play and the way the different characters synergize together and the way they work as a unit. It just feels a whole lot more satisfying than just having one person be really, you know, cracked on your team and going in and murking everybody. It just feels so much better when you work as a unit. Like we were talking with a lot of my friends that were playing, and they were like, you know, I don't feel bad if I don't get kills because it's all about damage. If you are doing damage and your buddy snags the kill, who cares? Because you did damage and you're matching the damage that your teammates are doing. That's more important. It's more about killing the team that you're facing as a team and moving on to the next fight and being able to progress through the lobbies. Another thing I like a lot about Apex is that the guns feel more fun, like because each gun is actually viable in a sense. Obviously there's balancing issues and there's going to be guns that are more powerful than other guns, but I've never had an instance where I picked up a gun and was like, I lost because I had this gun, versus in something like Warzone. And Fortnite's very similar in the terms of Apex, where I pick up guns in Fortnite and I have 0 problems, but Warzone specifically, they have this constant issue where every patch there's a new gun or set of guns that is just overpowered, and that is what everybody's using. And if you're not using that gun, then you're dumb. And then they look at that, Activision looks at that and goes, you know, they're having a lot of fun with that gun. And rather than make all the other guns as good so they are just as fun as the gun that everybody's using, they nerf the fun gun and then they make everybody look for the new best gun, and they just keep repeating this cycle. Whereas in Apex and Fortnite included, all the guns feel fun, all the guns feel good to use, and everybody's got their favorite guns, and that is something I really like. I don't like having to learn every new patch what the new gun is, and I don't have to do that with Apex. I pick up my R301, I pick up my Hemlock, I pick up my Prowler. All those guns work under certain circumstances, and I really like that about the game. Additionally, there is a ranked game mode, and that is super nice to me. They have the standard public lobbies where you face off against everybody in the game, and that's fine and dandy if you want to just play pubs. I like the rank system because I play against people that are of my same skill level. Now, granted, there is that chance, you know, that there's somebody smurfing or whatever. I don't really care. You win some, you lose some. That's kind of how these games work. But I like the idea that I go in with a similar matchmaking system where I don't have to guess, because Warzone doesn't show you any of that. I don't have to guess. I can see right there. I can see, hey, I'm bronze, I'm silver, I'm gold, I'm whatever I might be. I'm able to see that and then know I'm playing against people of a similar skill level, and that's really nice. I don't care if I'm a bronze player if I can go in and have fun playing against other bronze players. I don't want to be a bronze player playing against a predator, you know what I mean? It's just how it is. I just want to play against people of the same skill level, and I think Apex does that incredibly well. I really like it. On top of that, the rank system just gives you something to work towards. Seeing that increase in score and increase in rank the longer you play, I'm a really big fan of that. I really like how that works in Apex. The next thing I want to talk about before I move on to the final aspect of Apex is just the movement. It's so fun. The ability to slide all over the place, the different zip lines and abilities that speed you up or slow stuff down or launch you into the air. It's just a really fun game in terms of moving your character around. It is really satisfying in that regard. And then finally, the last thing that doesn't really have anything to do with the gameplay of Apex is simply how good this freaking game looks. I mean, I kid you not. This game is beautiful. It is eye candy. And this isn't even like a next-gen version of the game. This is the base version of the game. This isn't a Series X or S version that I'm playing on my Xbox. It's just whatever the base version was on the previous consoles. And it looks so freaking good, and I love it. It's such a beautiful art style. It's just fantastic. And this goes across all the maps that they have. They have 3 maps that are on rotation in the game. I love it. I really do. Now, the next thing that makes this game a little bit better than all the other Battle Royales is the addition of the Arena game mode. Now, this doesn't count toward the Battle Royale, but I think it's nice that it's there, because this is an additional game mode where you go in and you buy weapons similarly to how you would in Counter-Strike or Valorant, and you go in and you face off against another team for X amount of rounds. I think this is really nice that they didn't make this a separate game and it's just all in Apex, because it gives you something to do if maybe you're having a bad time in the Battle Royale and you just need to do something else and unwind, but you want to keep playing Apex rather than getting tilted and playing, you know, keep playing Battle Royale and eventually disliking the game. You can just go play arenas and have a good time playing a completely different experience, and I really like it. It's very addicting. They introduced it last season, and now they're introducing the ranked mode to it, and that is a lot of fun as well. So now there's ranked for not only Battle Royale, but also arenas, and it just makes this game so fun. So ultimately, at the end of the day, why I think Apex is the best Battle Royale, there is just so much about this game that works as a whole, and it's so much more fun playing it as a group. If you have a group of buddies you're playing this game with, it's just a good time. It's not about, you know, who's got the most kills at the end of the game. It's about working as a team to take down everybody else in the lobby, and that is just so much more satisfying than watching my buddy with a 2.5 KD run through squads while I just tag along and pick up loot as I'm going. It's so much better in that regard, at least in my opinion. If you feel differently, feel free to leave a comment below. Leave a comment, talk about why you feel that way, whatever. But that is all I have for you guys. Hope you found the video entertaining and helpful. Make sure you subscribe to the End of the Chat channel for more gaming content from me, Rico, and Toby in the future. Check out the podcast we do every week. But like I said, that's it. Thanks for tuning in with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.